the best, most comprehensive way to check someone's background before the citizenship application? Is it name-based or fingerprint-based or both? To obtain a FOIA request for one's completed USCIS file, is it highly advisable to have an immigration attorney do it? Or I hear that it can be delivered on a CD-ROM sooner.
It's delivered on a CD-ROM no matter what, and always better to have an attorney than you do it on your own, because you know it's being done right.
All right, Sukraj says, I have a friend in the USA. Her green card is approved, so please tell me, how long after will her green card come?
4 to 8 weeks. And by the way, Deborah, I'm not scared to follow anyone back. Sometimes I don't know who people are, but if I know who you are, I promise you, I'll follow you back.
So we don't make friends with strangers here. You
That's
gotta be family, guys.
That's right.
Tanet D on Instagram said, how long does it take to file for someone over 21 by a U.S. citizen? The papers have been in since 2012.
You should be coming right around the corner, as the song says. They'll be coming around the corner.
She'll be coming around the mountain.
She's coming around the mountain.
When she comes.
When she comes. It has nothing to do with coming around the corner, right?
Not the corner.
That is, what's at the corner?
It's not around the corner.
Nothing's happening around the corner. Whatever's happening around the corner is very shady.
Yeah, you don't want to know.
You don't want to know what's going on around the corner, because right now they're up to October 22nd, 2011, so it should be very shortly.
Good afternoon. Question is, if the USCIS revokes someone's case, what can the person do to move forward? I'm not in the United States.
Why did they revoke it?
We need to know that.
Need to know this information. It wasn't. They didn't revoke it because you did something good. So I need to know the bad that was done so we can fix it. Or maybe you didn't do anything bad, but they think you did something bad.
Yeah, I was about to say.
One of the two.
Is there a case? I mean,
there's lots of cases. There's lots of cases. There's
Why?
lots of cases where you did absolutely nothing wrong and they revoke it anyway because they say you did something wrong.
So what happens if that is the case?
We have to get the record, see what they claim was done wrong, then speak to you, and then you say, yes, that's what we did wrong, and then maybe you need a waiver. Or you say, what the hell are they talking about? I never did that. And then we got to figure it out and how to fight it.
All right.
We've got a question from Ruth Ann Marlin, who said, what should be your eligibility category on your EAD when applying under VAWA? Is it the C9 or C31, and what's the difference, if any?
What is the DOD? I'm just looking at everybody's Instagrams coming across now.
It's what should be your eligibility category on your work permit when you're applying for VAWA? Is it the C09 or the C31, and what's the difference?
Your C9 is because you filed a VAWA and an adjustment simultaneously. You didn't get the VAWA approved, so the C9 means that you're getting your work permit based on a pending adjustment application. The C31, the law says that after your VAWA application is approved, you are entitled to work permission whether or not you actually file your adjustment. That would be under C31. I always tell people file the VAWA and the adjustment simultaneously so you can get your work permit immediately. Other than that, if you just file the VAWA alone without the adjustment, you're going to wait 2 years for the VAWA to get approved before you can even file for the work permit. So that would be the C31, waiting for the VAWA to get approved, versus the C9 that you're going to get based on adjustment and VAWA.
All right, Mama Do, Barry says, hey, Brad, what to do if your naturalization is denied?
Appeal, or refile, or wait until you have 5 years good moral character. Definitely go see a lawyer.
See, Brad.
There it is. That last one is the first thing you need to do. Shanique Myers said, how long do I have to wait to start school or etc. after my biometrics? I filed the I-360.
You can start school whenever you want.
Our next one comes from Sammy S. Says, who do I write the check out to when paying for the I-130 petition for my mom?
Department of Homeland Security.
We've got a question from Tanisha, who said, hey, Uncle Brad, my friend was granted a student visa but couldn't afford to go to school, so she just came here to visit and then went home. However, she came here and actually had 2 babies.
That's not, one second.
No.
My friend got a student visa, she couldn't afford, so she just decided to come here and visit, and in the process had 2 babies.
Right, exactly.
Okay, all right.
She came to visit and go home. However, she came here and had 2 babies. So either she was already pregnant with the 2 babies. All right,
let's hear the rest of this question already.
Now, she wants to go back to school here. Do you think the consulate in Jamaica is going to grant her another student visa? She's worried. Do you think she's going to have a problem?
Remember when I laughed at the beginning of the question?
Yes.
When you go, my friend got a student visa and she wanted to come visit here because she couldn't afford, and I go, ha!
Wait.
But then I have to laugh more because why in the world would the U.S. Embassy give you a student visa, you come to the United States, you don't go to school, you stay anyway illegally or out of status, you give birth to 2 U.S. citizen children, and then decide you want to go home and get a student visa to come back again. That is a recipe for disaster if you go home.
Damn.
Yeah. All right.
That's a damn.
That is a damn.
Damn.
Maurice Parker says, can somebody from the next state be your joint sponsor?
Yes.
We've got a question from Diana who said, if someone is a citizen and has a 14-year-old child, what should I do for her to become a citizen, and how much do I have to pay?
If she has a green card, you file the N-600, and I don't remember what the filing fee is, but it's the N-600.
All right, this is an update from Mamadou. Remember, the naturalization was denied. So the naturalization petition was denied after 7 years delayed and never received a denial notice. What's my option? Please help. Thank you.
You do a APA claim or a de novo review in federal court, but you're not going to refile this citizenship again unless they are 100% wrong in denying your citizenship. But if you were entitled to citizenship and you never got it, you're going into federal court.
Don Harriet said, can a brother who's a U.S. citizen file for another brother, and can that brother put his 6-year-old daughter on the filing?
Yes and yes.
Anna K. Moksam says, how long after applying for citizenship and waiting can an applicant be able to file a mandamus act?
120 days. Is the question they went on their interview or they haven't gone on their interview yet?
How long after applying for the citizenship?
Okay, so 12 months and you haven't got a citizenship interview, mandamus. If you went on your citizenship interview and you haven't gotten a decision in 120 days, mandamus. Those are two different things.
Okay. I'm a green card holder. If I have the state insurance, will that affect me when I apply for my citizenship?
No, it's okay.
We've got a question from Fortune Obina Otunoye, who said...
Oh, very good, Kim.
I don't know if that was.
Oh, but it sounded very, very good. I was like, wow, you did that really well.
Thanks.
Yeah.
Can a marriage-based green card holder successfully file for his baby who was born out of wedlock in his home country, even though the child was born while he was still married to the U.S. citizen?
Yes, as long as you can prove you're the biological father and you have a independent, bona fide father-child relationship with that kid.
Next one comes from Frank Medja saying, hello, Brad and everyone. I've been scheduled for my hearing before the IJ on June 20th, 2022. But my fiance is a green card holder and will become an American citizen next April 2020. But she wants us to get married right now. I would like to know if we should wait for her to become a citizen, or can we get married now and adjust my status? Thank you.
You can't adjust your status, but if you're going before a judge, you're better off to show up with a wife who's a resident than single. So go get married.
Jody Lewis said, if you've got a J1 2-year home residency restriction from a previous J1 that you are currently settling, could you get another J1 during that time, and will it eliminate the time that you already spent at home?
No.
Tiffany Davis says, have you heard anything about special immigrant juvenile status in New York City?
I've heard a lot about it. What would you like to know?
Give us a little bit.
If you're under 18 years old and you don't live with at least one parent, you can either have your other biological parent, or you can have whoever you're living with go into family court, ask for guardianship, show that it's not in your best interest to be returned to at least one biological parent because of abuse, neglect, abandonment. And the judge will give you a special ruling that says that you should not go back to this biological parent. The adult who brings you into family court becomes your legal guardian, and then that makes you automatically eligible to apply for your green card immediately as a child. You were able to do this between 18 and 21 as well. Recently, the Trump administration ruled, they made a very narrow ruling, at least the Department of Homeland Security says that you have to be under 18, although the definition of a child is under 21 in every other type of application. So those cases are on appeal in federal court at various stages, but certainly under 18, yes. 21 is iffy. If you go by what the definition of a child is, it's under 21. Trump says child's under 18, but that's not what the INA says.
That was detailed indeed. Thanks,
How's that?
Brad. Laddie said, I just got married on Monday. How long should I wait to put in my paperwork? And do I have to do a medical?
Yeah, don't do a medical till the time of the interview, and you could put in your paperwork on Tuesday.
Fantastic.
And our last one for now is Ryan Clark saying, good evening. I'm 18 years old and I've been filed for my father last year, November, for the I-130, and everything has been approved. How long does it take to get an interview date? And I'm from Jamaica.
So I assume you're in Jamaica. You should be getting it in the next few months if your father does everything right.